Hello viewers, I welcome you all from HLTF Tech channel. In our previous video, we saw that how if you are a beginner to SharePoint, how you can start your career in Microsoft SharePoint as a Microsoft SharePoint administrator. In this video, I assume that you are now a beginner level SharePoint administrator, and now you want to enhance your skills in Microsoft SharePoint domain. So for that purpose, this video I have compiled this video to give you a general overview of the understandings that are necessary for you to be an intermediate level SharePoint administrator. So this was all about the beginner syllabus. I have already covered it in my previous video. For the intermediate level uh, syllabus, you should know about the SharePoint central administration leading to SharePoint web application and site collections. For that, you must have a very clear idea of the difference between the site collections and subsites. In SharePoint, you have two types of sites that you can create. The first one is the subsites that is created within a site collection, and the other one is separate site collections. You create separate site collections for your departments. I've already covered a detailed video with a practical demonstration, and I will give you the description in I will give you the link in the description box. If you haven't gone through that video, or if you have any confusion regarding the site collection and subsites, I recommend you to go to that video and watch it thoroughly, so that you can have a better idea of the site collections and subsites. The next one is, after creation of your web application and site collections, you must be familiar with the managing site collections. There are various types of site settings. There's various type of site permissions, site collection audit settings that are necessary for an intermediate level SharePoint administrator understandings. So you must be quite familiar with the managing of site collections. I have compiled much videos regarding the management of site collections, and I am also compiling more videos. So be my subscriber and click on the bell notification so that whenever I create a new video, you may get that video easily. For managing site collections, it is very necessary to manage the content databases. I told you that in my earlier videos that SharePoint always manages its own databases, and it doesn't allow you to interfere in those databases. It manages them itself, but you can affiliate or you can link the content databases with the site collections. That is necessary with some types of prerequisites. For example, you are creating a site collection, and you know that that site collection data will reach up to maximum 200 GB. So it is always recommended that whenever you create a new site collection, you create a new content database. You may not attach the previous content database of the previous site collection or the existing site collection with the new one. These are some of the practical scenarios that are always that you always get aware of after having some practical experience. So I always try in my videos to give you the practical demonstration of my last 8-year experience, so that you may have the understanding of how you can manage the all of the things. So this was about content databases. Similarly, you must know about the navigation elements. So in an organization, the navigation elements are very important. Whenever you create a web application, whenever you create site collections, you must have your good navigation elements so that your users can easily navigate to their required areas. And these navigation elements can easily be uh, compiled, can easily be created in modern sites that is introduced by Microsoft in SharePoint 2019 onwards. Similarly, whenever you create site collections, then you can create apps in them. SharePoint has some out of the box apps, among them document library, custom list, announcement, and many other similar types are commonly used. You can create one, or you can also customize as per your requirement. I have already covered much videos related to the creation of apps such as document libraries, custom apps, etc. And I have also given you the various things, various options of how you can customize these apps. So after creating apps, whenever you create an app, you you save your data there, you save your information there. So it is very necessary to assign correct permissions of legitimate users to the correct resources. So user permissions, I always emphasize that you should pay your utmost importance on this part of your SharePoint administration, because assigning user permissions, uh, I can say defining and assigning user permissions is a very important part in which you assign users, in which you grant users the access of your uh, resources that is available in your organization website. After that, it is also a related topic, defining security rules and permissions, and this is uh, equally important for granting the access of of your users of your organization. Similarly, creating and managing SharePoint services, you should know that how many types of SharePoint services Microsoft offers in its this product, and how you can configure them. If we talk about major or popular services, the first one is search service. Search service is configured by SharePoint central administrators, and this service is used to facilitate the feature of search in the content to your users. I already have compiled two or three detailed videos on the search topic, on the search service topics, and I recommend you to go to my channel and watch these videos. So they are very important for intermediate level SharePoint administrators. The second thing is that SharePoint user profile service. This service is also an important service which is used to maintain the user profiles in SharePoint from Active Directory, and it is also used in many applications as well. The next thing is SharePoint metadata service, SharePoint business data connectivity service that is used to connect external databases with the SharePoint, and also it helps you to view the various views that are created in that external database in SharePoint list form that are known as external list. Regarding these major services, I have already covered many videos in my topic in my channel. You can go through my channel and watch these videos. So regarding the last topic, that is business data connectivity service, I have uh, I have just compiled a single video on how you can create a new business data connectivity service. In my upcoming videos, I'm going to demonstrate a scenario in which I will connect the external database through and view that data of that external database in external list in SharePoint. As a SharePoint administrator, you should know that there must be some general settings of SharePoint web application, and how you can interact with that general settings, and how much access do you have to change or alter the settings of your web applications. Similarly, you should know that how many services you have created in SharePoint application servers, and how you can associate these services with the SharePoint web applications. These are all the services which SharePoint gives you a provision to attach either all or some of them with your SharePoint customized web applications. After that, the most commonly used app of SharePoint, that is document library. I compiled some videos to give you an idea or understanding about the SharePoint document libraries. In that, I covered the creation of document libraries, managing views. There are different type of views, whether they are private or public views. Similarly, I also talked about the manage settings part, documents versioning, and then we also saw about one of the second most important or second most commonly used application of SharePoint, that is custom lists. Custom lists, we have talked about data types, and we have also talked about the managing views in our previous videos. So for becoming a SharePoint intermediate level administrator, you must know about these things, and you must have also worked upon some practical scenarios in your organization on these things. So in interviews, commonly these questions are also asked related to these points. So if you have any query about these points, my videos are there in the channel. And if you still face, after seeing those videos, if you still face any difficulty, it is always, I always welcome you to leave your comment. And I will be much excited to guide you there as well. So this was all about the intermediate level syllabus of SharePoint administrators. I thank you all.